welcome to Live with Ms. Steph. Hi, I'm Ms. Steph. I am a former laboratory scientist, former after-school director turned nonprofit founder and executive director. We operate the fantastic Ms. Steph Science Club through the organization I founded in 2012. Thank you so much for watching Live with Ms. Steph. Hey, yes. Shout out to Harlem Elite. Hello, hello, hello. If you are wondering, hey, welcome. Thank you for watching. If you need an excellent, I don't know a lot about sports, but I am going to say this, If you need an excellent coach, you're looking for somewhere for your child, because y'all know I do STEAM, and STEAM and sports are related. That being said, if you are looking for a more physical outlet for your young person, you're here in Harlem, check out Harlem Elite. Please. Shout out to them. Hey! Coach Jude and his, all the coaches, any of the coaches I've met have been absolutely excellent. And they really celebrate the giftings of the children. And so if you're looking for something more physical on a Saturday, definitely reach out to Harlem Elite, flag football. Okay. So that being said, people, let's get into today's live. Today is January, or rather, let's start here, Monday. Okay. Monday, January 27th. And this is the first live of the week. If you have been watching for the last couple of weeks, you notice that there's a live here on Instagram on Mondays at 12:35-ish, And then on Thursdays around 4:30-ish on YouTube. So glad to be here with you all today. Once again, hi, I'm Ms. Steph, and I'm the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment Inc., and we operate Ms. Steph Science Club. So let's hop into our weekly news. What's going on this coming Saturday? Yes, we are back. First, second, and third Saturday, people, from 12 to 2 o'clock. We are at Wadley, and we are doing our awesome science fun adventure. Please make sure that you are reaching out via DM or email if you would like your child. If you want to RSVP for your child, you want to tell me, hey, Ms. Steph, we're coming. Or if you're a regular, right? Because we do know that all those letters of RSVP mean various things. But if you're a regular and you know your kid is actually not coming, you want to give me an idea. You want to make sure that I have room for additional children. So I'm not planning for your child to come, but I can accept new students to come in, right? Because we do kind of a rolling thing. Okay. You don't have to come every Saturday. You really don't. You're welcome to, but you do not have to come every Saturday. Your child can be in other activities. That's one of the things that we have that's a bit different from other programs. Your child can be just kind of drop-in situation. So once again, RSVP, let me know what's up for this coming weekend. If your kid's a regular, I already got your kid on the list, right? But if you're a new family, welcome. Okay. Welcome. Please make sure that you're on our email list and all that type of stuff. Send me a DM with your email and all that stuff. But yes, again, welcome. If you're a new family, you can join us, but just let me know that you want to reserve a spot for your kid. If you are a regular attending family, but you know your child is not coming this coming Saturday on February 1st, the first Saturday of February 2025, please go ahead and send me a quick text. Let me know that so that I know that we have space for other folks to join us for our fantastic Saturday Science Club. Once again, that's from 12 to 2 p.m. at Wadley on 114th. Okay. You'll be getting your reminders throughout the week, so on and so forth. Other things that are coming up. I just saw, shout out to Science in the City. She posted and let us know as a community, SYEP. I was just thinking of it this morning. I was like, SYEP hasn't dropped their application yet. SYEP has dropped their application. So once again, thank you to Science in the City. I want to make sure I'm saying your handle properly. But shout out to her for making sure that we all know the things, right? Because we work together. Hello, y'all know camp, classes, community, and consulting. And so I do follow other people get information to bring to you all. And so she's letting us know that SYP applications are available for your young person. And it's 14. I would need to check the details, but I want to say they typically over the last several years have been going from ages 14 to 25-ish. Okay. Check your details. Okay. Because that's a bit out of my wheelhouse, but just to let you know that those applications are available. Okay. Also, other things that are going on, we will be doing our early bird internal registration. Okay. That information, y'all, families, if you are a returning family and you want to make sure that you come back, you want to make sure that you lock in your spot, the email that I sent you this week, and you are going to want to respond to almost immediately. Okay. I will have details there. And then we will open registration for any child ages 5 to 10. Okay. Child going to kindergarten up to children going into 5th grade. We have really honed that in. That has shifted a bit. The ends have shifted a bit over the years. So I just want to be super clear. Ages 5 to 10, not only for Saturday Science Club, but also for Summer Science Club as far as our open registration. Okay. Any of the extremes and conversations, all that type of stuff, that's like on the side. But our open registration and who we are able to have be dropped off and all that type of stuff is ages 5 to 10. We are super excited to be offering, once again, the community discount, that just kind of blanket community discount that everybody gets. Summer Science Club actually runs our organization $700 a week. And we don't charge anybody over $425 a week. So yes, that is an automatic discount. Okay. And then going into other details, and for those of you who are looking to support, those of you who are like, Miss Steph, my kid needs to volunteer, you know this is the time to get in now, because the volunteer spots are very limited. And it's super important that we get all of that, the staffing and all those conversations handled now. If you want your child, if you want your young person, this is a non-SYEP conversation right now, okay? But if you want to directly apply to come volunteer or work for me this summer, talk to me now. Okay? So yeah, like that's what's going on. We've got Saturday Science Club coming up. We've got communication that's already gone out. Like I said, check out Harlem Elite. We have some information from another fellow STEAM educator here in the community saying that SYEP applications are out. For those of you who are, I'm reviewing people just in case you aren't clear or you're just joining us, I am going over the things that we already talked about in just these here few minutes. Okay. We do have availability for non-SYP arrangement, as in getting hired directly through Triple F Empowerment Inc. for this coming summer Science Club 2025, which will be running from July 7th through August 8th. If you're wanting to directly interact with me concerning volunteer opportunities and staffing opportunities, you need to talk to me now. Okay. As far as folks wanting to register their child, the internal email will come out. That will come out for our returning young people this coming weekend. And then open registration will be open, and registration form will go live for everybody. Everybody. Okay. On March 1st. That may seem like it's a long time away, but it is not, okay? And I definitely want to encourage you to prepare yourself. If you know you want your kid to come and be with us in our boutique and very close-knit community that we form over the summer. Over the summer, I do not do traveling science teacher. I don't do Saturday program. I am focused on my summer camp babies. They get my full attention. Okay? And they get the full attention of the whole community and machine that's behind us. So the only volunteer opportunities are during the camp day. The only staffing opportunities are during the camp day. The partnerships that we're doing are all about Summer Science Club. That's what happens between that 5-week window. And more information as far as what we'll be doing, the field trips and all that type of stuff will be coming to you shortly. And of course, finally, upcoming break, because you know I like to prepare you for breaks to make sure that you have things situated for your family. Mid-winter recess is the week of February 17th through 21st. Okay. And you should have been hearing me talk about an event that we're doing with Moho Dance on February 22nd. Okay. We're doing a community event, and that event is actually going to be held at 250 West 127th Street. All right. Lots of things coming up. I hope y'all got all that. Okay. But lots of different things coming up. We're in February, essentially like Saturday, right? February is already here. January is on its way out. 2025 came in, and guess what? I hope you are ready. I hope you are excited about the things that we have coming up. I hope that you find a way to plug in, right? If you're looking to be on our e-newsletter, definitely send me a DM or an email, okay? To be able to get your name on the roll, y'all, so that you can I'm typing in my email right now, okay? Like I said, you can send me a you can also just send me a DM if you're interested, and if that's like the easiest thing for you to say, hey, mister, or like respond down below and be like, I need the information. All of those things you can do. Those are ways to get a hold of me so that you can engage in all the things that we've got going on. So let's hop now that we've done now that we've done all of the things for our news, right? Because that was a lot of news, okay? For our weekly Science Club news, let's go ahead and get into our weekly science activity. All right, so we have been doing electricity and engineering, and we talked about how electricity is directional, and we've talked about some of the engineering design process and all those types of things. And so today I'm going to show you, we're going to kind of combine several of the activities that we've been doing. Let's tilt you down. Y'all know how this goes. Okay. Boom. So there we go. I still want it to be straight. Okay, there we go. I like that. So the materials for today, some of them are like easy to grab, but some of them you are going to need to order should you decide to do this activity with your group of young people. Once again, when I come in and I do these science activities, there was a period of time where my audience I was talking to, the children. Kids, hey, this is a safe program to watch if your adult is saying that is, they give you permission. But as far as my audience, okay, you know how YouTube always, you upload something on YouTube and it's like, is this for kids? No, it is not. They are not my intended audience. To get these materials, you are going to need to order them. There are 2 pieces of materials that you are definitely going to order. This video is not sponsored or anything like that. And I am not discussing, because you're going to see, I want to be super clear. Okay? You're going to see some devices that are typically used in the medical profession. This is not a medically related video. All right? This video is about hydraulics. Okay? So hydraulics, you are doing work through, you're either lifting or pulling something, okay, you're going to make it easier. And we're creating a hydraulic system. A hydraulic system is water, basically created through water or air pressure pushed pushed or pulled through a tube or a pipe. All right. So these are the things that you're going to need to order. These are syringes. Again, I'm not saying anything about any medical related pieces of information. I'm not displaying these for any inappropriate or nefarious purposes. This is something that I found years ago. I did not create this, okay? This is something, you know how I'm always telling y'all, like science teachers, we learn off of each other and just kind of keep going and we alter things, right? But this is an idea if you're looking for a dry version of hydraulic lifts, because when I originally found it online years ago, we used water, and I used to use water in the tubes with my students. But I'll talk to you about why. One of my first tips I'm going to say is to not use water. You actually don't need it. Okay, yes, it makes it fun. Like if they get to see the water, especially I used to use like food coloring and bright colors and all that type of stuff, but it's actually unnecessary and can get really messy. Anywho, so for each hydraulic apparatus, right, or device, okay, you are going to need 2 syringes. You can see I'm using a 10 milliliter syringe. I also like to use syringes for measurement for children. This, again, you see does not have the needle. It is plastic, all those types of things. Again, this is not a medical or a inappropriate chemical conversation. I'm going to say it that way, okay? And this is some tubing, okay? It doesn't need to be kept sterile or anything like that because you're not using it for that at all. You're going to, right? So that we can get our air pressure, you're going to suck up, okay, air on one end and leave this one down, the plunger down, right? So you're going to move the plunger on one and leave the plunger completely inserted on the other one. If you're working with children under the age of, say, 7, this part you need to do for them. This is very hard to get this inserted because you see, again, I'm not using any sharps or anything like that. Okay. Once again, hi, I'm Miss Steph, former laboratory scientist and after-school director turned nonprofit founder. I am the executive director of Triple F Empowerment Inc. and we operate Miss Steph Science Club. Okay. And this is one of our dry projects that we've been doing this month. Remember I told you January was a dry month where all the activities were minimally messy when it comes to chemicals. Alrighty then, so watch this in. This is what I always tell the kids when I first do this, no matter what age they're at. I tell them watch that end and scene. Okay, isn't that cool? All right, so things that are going to be important. You can do, like, as long as their little hands work. I mean, this can be done with kids like age 2. The other parts of the activity, like when you get ready to have them dismantle it, you want to be super careful because they may like legit try to poke their eye out. Respect, safety, learning, fun. I'm telling you, make appropriate decisions for your students, right? Whether they are in a homeschool environment or at an after-school, daycare, elementary school, middle school. The older the students, the more complex the devices will get and the more parts of the assembly you can have them do, right? So you see that part of the assembly I would do for my pre-K students, even for like my K2 students, I do this part. Then you have a conversation with them and then you say, well, what if you anchor this like on the table, right? If I put this here, okay, what happens and how can I anchor that? This is where the tape comes in. Do you have to use the fun color tape? No. Do I have to use the fun color tape? Yes. I like that. Okay. And so we have fun colored tape. You can do Play-Doh if you want to add. Remember, we're doing a lift, and so we haven't completely assembled the lift yet. You can do Play-Doh for the thing that you're going to put in your cup that will be your lift. Okay. And then also the conversation is, okay, what do you see? What does that look like? Typically, do not tell them. You don't want to tell the kids that you're going to make an elevator, but eventually most children will look at it, especially the city kids. We live in these like tall buildings out here. Okay. Some type of lift or escalator. You want them to make that connection. Or also if you're doing transportation right now, a lot of the pre-K folks here in New York City are either doing transportation now or have recently finished a transportation unit. And so those big, the big trucks and all that type of stuff for them to be able to see, or even construction, right? Hydraulic lifts are used every day, okay, for those types of things. Now, technically, most elevators these days well, not most elevators. There's a high percentage, right, of elevators that are doing more of the pulley system, okay, to actually function. However, the idea of something going up and down, of course, for a kid thinking like a child, right, that's an elevator to them, okay? So I also have these for things. You'll see why I'm using those later. But all right, so I am going to anchor this. Like I said, do you have to use the fun color tape? Like, totally not. Do I like using the fun color tape? Totally yes. Right. All right, so that you can see it, I'm putting this here. Now, you can see, right, this cup is a bit tilted, right? So you can, right, because it's on an angle. Okay. So I'm putting this stick here to make sure that this goes upright or straight up and down. And you'll see why I want that to be happening later. Or maybe you already have guessed why I want that. Okay. And does it have to be perfect? No. This is the part that you would have the children do, especially your elementary schoolers. Your pre-K students, you would ask them, oh, how can, right, you pull out the tape and you have them kind of look at the materials and you go, oh, well, how can we anchor this to the table? Okay, because imagine this is the table. Okay, and I'm not anchoring it on the table because that's like hard for y'all to see, right? All right, so you want it to anchor. So imagine this is the tape, right? And the stick there can add balance, kind of make sure that it's straight, because you do want it to be straight. All right. Also, for it to be truly anchored, right, you don't want to just have it taped this way. You're going to need to tape this way as well on the two sides, going up and down. It's a bit counterintuitive because for the kids, because they're like, I don't know, they tend to not notice that, especially the little kids. But that's how you can observe and see if the children are really understanding what can make something stable, right? You kind of just observe that. Okay. And again, imagine this is the table. This cup is a table, is a table or a desk. Okay. So you can see you're wanting to anchor these pieces, and the children will figure that out. That's where the tape goes. One place where the tape goes. Okay. Again on another side. And sometimes they'll figure it out, and sometimes they won't. And so you can kind of help them walk through noticing noticing and testing out tape placement. Okay. So now we have this, and then you can tell them to go another round, have them press, Okay? But we don't have anything holding. Okay? We don't have anything to hold our pieces, okay? Our people, right? If you're telling them, once they figure out that it's, oh, it looks like an elevator. Okay, well, what are we going to hold? What container can hold the people, okay? Or can hold the things that we want to lift up? The cup. That's what they say. How am I going to get the cup to stay there? The tape, right? You notice how I'm not giving answers. I'm asking questions. That's what we need to be doing as STEAM educators, asking questions and letting them come up with the answer, because that goes to developing critical thinking skills, right? And again, depending on how old the children are, you decide how much of the work of the actual physical assembly they're doing. Pre-K children, I'm letting them think it through. I'm physically doing this part of the project, or letting them like hold a piece. They can hold a piece of tape, right? But to like make the tape work, that is a challenge for them. Okay, their fingers and their strength, they can't do all that, right? Now at the end, I'll show you at the end what I absolutely always have them do. Okay. Because it's a good skill. It helps develop their grip and manipulation of materials. All right. So you see what I'm doing. I know that it makes sense to add tape here, just from experience. Okay. Okay. And so you see how it's coming together as something that's not going to be particularly, it's not a permanent situation as far as this particular device. It is going to be able to be easily dismantled by the children, which is what I want. I want them to see it assembled and for them to give me ideas of what it takes to assemble it. And I want them to then dismantle it. Where were all the pieces of tape? Where does the stick go? They need to then put the materials back the way they found them. All of this is part of the experience. All right, then. So now we can start to put in our people. And now we have a conversation about capacity. Yeah? How many people, 6, can fit in? Not only that, now the older children can do a challenge. Okay? Build your hydraulic lift to be stable enough, okay? And properly taped together and constructed such that it can lift however many 6 you've decided you want them to be able to lift without it starting to tilt. Okay? Or you can go the other way and you can say, okay, build your hydraulic lift and then have them test how many sticks their particular design can lift without tilting, which again is another reason why you want this stick here. Okay? You can pre-build one, which is one of the things that I'm going to be doing this week. Okay? I'll be doing this activity in at various levels and differentiation processes, like methods throughout the week, right? So for one of my classes, by the way, for 5th grade, I'm going to build one, put it on the edge of my little table that I use in that particular room, and then tell them to build their own. Okay? I'll give everybody will get a roll of different color tape, right? That lets us know who goes with what. They will, I'm not going to have them use sticks. I'll have them use mass pieces because I want them to be able to calculate the mass of the I want them to have to do another calculation using mass pieces. So you see how the multiple layers of activity happening here. On Saturday, we're just going to play with it. Right? And then, like I said, remember, for the younger children, pre-K students, have them dismantle it. Remember, you want to be very careful with the syringes because you don't want anybody poking their eye out. So that part you want to just take apart for them. They can get this part right, but you want them to give you back the apparatus and not playing with the syringes. So just keep a very close eye on them. Okay. Respect, safety, learning, fun. All right, y'all. So this has been today's activity. You see how easily this comes apart, but it's relatively stable. It's stable enough to be able to last for a 45-minute lesson. They should be able to build this and draw a detailed labeled diagram. Okay, for like your 5th grade and up. 45 minutes should be plenty of time for them to build one based on an example you've got somewhere in the classroom. Now, if you want them to build it from scratch without having any reference, that's not going to take 45 minutes. I'm telling y'all now. All right, that will take way longer because they don't have a reference. You have to give them a reference, right? Okay. See? That part I'm doing because you can only imagine it. Safety hazard. Once again, this has been Live with Ms. Steph. Thank you so much for watching our weekly Science Club news. For those of you who like to watch over on YouTube, I am Ms. Steph's YouTube channel. Like, that's literally what it's called over there. See? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Or you can have them go like this. Okay. The Play-Doh can be for your younger kids if you want them to play with the Play-Doh after. You just have to remember that it might be distracting for them depending on how old your students are. So you can use Play-Doh if you want to, but just be advised that might be a distracting thing depending on your students. You know your students. Okay? So yeah, thank you so much for watching Live with Ms. Steph, and have an absolutely wonderful day.